This week, the White House confirmed what many federal workers have feared for months. The first mass layoffs in U.S. history directly tied to a government shutdown may be just days away. This week, the White House confirmed what many federal workers have feared for months. The first mass layoffs in U.S. history directly tied to a government shutdown may be just days away. Vice President J.D. Vance, alongside Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, announced that the administration has authorized federal agencies to begin preparing for reductions in force, or RIFs, across nearly every department. RIFs are not furloughs. They're permanent terminations, something no previous administration has ever linked to a temporary shutdown. According to statements from the White House, President Trump has instructed all cabinet members to develop layoff plans. The Office of Management and Budget is reviewing agency budgets to determine where cuts can be made. Press Secretary Leavitt said the first wave of layoffs could begin in as little as 2 days. Her words, imminent, very soon, sent shockwaves through the federal workforce. Around 550,000 employees have already been furloughed, and agencies are bracing for more. In past shutdowns, even the 35-day record one in 2018-2019, workers were sent home temporarily and guaranteed back pay once funding resumed. This time, the administration is treating the shutdown as an opportunity to make permanent staff cuts, calling them necessary to keep essential services operating without new appropriations. Vice President Vance said they don't want to do it, but called layoffs necessary to ensure continuity of essential functions. The first agency to act? The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, which laid off about 140 employees, roughly 1% of its workforce, citing careful deliberation and alignment with the agency's mission. Director John Squires told staff the move was necessary to adapt to the dynamic future that lies ahead. But insiders tell government executives the move was abrupt and morale is collapsing. While the administration hasn't released a full list of agencies next in line, sources say Interior, Defense, and the IRS are among those preparing significant RIFs. The Interior Department, for example, reportedly plans major cuts later this month, even as it struggles to finalize an updated shutdown plan approved by OMB. The American Federation of Government Employees and Democracy Forward have already filed a lawsuit challenging the RIF orders, arguing that President Trump and OMB Director Russ Vought exceeded their legal authority. Any official layoff notices will likely carry a 60-day waiting period, but the move has already reignited debates about the limits of executive power during funding lapses. Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut said, quote, "This is exactly what our founding fathers worried about, a president deciding unilaterally where funding goes. For federal employees, the uncertainty is unbearable. Even those still working without pay are unsure if their jobs will exist when the government reopens." Leavitt acknowledged the hardship, saying federal workers are real Americans who have families at home, and admitted that working without pay is unfair. But sympathy may not translate into stability. If the RIFs continue, hundreds of thousands could lose not just their paychecks, but their federal careers. While the administration claims the layoffs are permanent, OMB has advised agencies they may revise their plans once the government reopens. Democrats like Senator Tim Kaine insist that any deal to end the shutdown must include guarantees that no unilateral firings occur during future funding lapses. If the shutdown continues past mid-October, most federal employees will miss their first full paycheck, intensifying pressure on Congress to act. In the end, the 2025 shutdown isn't just about budgets, it's about power. The administration's willingness to turn a temporary funding lapse into a permanent workforce reduction is setting a precedent that could redefine how the federal government operates. And for the hundreds of thousands of Americans who keep that government running, the next few weeks may decide not just when they go back to work, but whether they have a job to return to at all. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Stay informed, stay empowered.